So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And here's Bellingham. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that and he's a formidable presence at the back.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And it's hoisted clear. Pedro Porro. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Gatti. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Valverde. Valverde! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Eze. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rodri does really well there. He is strong. Koundé. Up for a header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Bernardo Silva. And that is a little undercooked. Fiddles it through.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. And
the shot! He's keen, determined to have his say.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
And here's Mbappe. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Short changes him with that pass. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Gatti. Almost half an hour in now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
No, he's not getting past him there. Alvarez. Mbappe! That is great defending, so alert. Now, what about a counter-attack?
Vietnam have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
De Bruyne. Bellingham. Mbappe! He is just caressing the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Bernardo Silva. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Haaland. And here's Mbappe. Vietnam. Great chance! Goal!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Not the most accurate pass. Rice. Rice is fouled. Vietnam leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Oh, perfectly measured that. Alvarez goes steaming forward. Real chance! They want to be quick to recover this.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Now it's Bellingham.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
And the first 45 minutes are up. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Vietnam happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Now it's Haaland. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Pinches it off him. Rodri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's got to be in here! Hits one! Bellingham.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Gets his pass away. Eze. And that has put paid to that. Pedro Porro. And it's Bernardo Silva. Vinicius Junior. Big chance! He's got a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Burn kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, they can break here, and he's picked out the run. He is through here, and the shot's on here. Alvarez sticks it away, and again they hit the front.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Vietnam go into the lead. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. That'll be a corner. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Erdegaard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Musiala. Musiala. Now it's Rodrigo. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Pedro Porro. Erdegaard. Now that looks a decent ball. Haaland being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And here's Rodrigo. Rodrigo. He's had a hit! It's there! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Oh, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after.
Rodrigo! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
This their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's put paid to a promising move. Swung in towards the middle. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Rodrigo. The muscular approach does pay off here. Bellingham. Erdegaard. And the ball's a good one here. That's going to go a long way. Taken back almost at once. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds...
Rodrigo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Rodrigo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Vietnam have their third corner. He's got away. Erdegaard. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And there goes the final whistle. Vietnam are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Palmer! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Gabriel makes the interception. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
David De Gea. He's one of the all-time great shot stoppers, Peter. His positioning is superb, and he always seems to pick the perfect moment to rush off his line. What I really like about him is the way he keeps his frame big to make life as difficult as possible for strikers. And the manager will be hoping for a few more clean sheets now that he's in the team.
Okay, interesting. Good read, needed to be. And he's there to get it away. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Haaland. Looking for the runner. Tries a shot! It's their second corner of the game. Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Bellingham. Can he put it away? He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So their fourth corner of the game. Defending of the desperate... Oh, shooting chance! He's scored!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe. Rice. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Looks a foul. There's a quick free kick. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham! That was mighty close. Robertson.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
So he's plotting something before playing it in. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham gets a foot in here. Mbappe. Bernardo Silva. No, no way through there. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. So what can they make of this? Played back in. Decent hit! Palmer, who does have an assist to his name. Upamecano. Oh, they could be caught out here. That's really well cleared. And here's Vinicius Junior. Upamecano, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He is through here. And here comes the corner. They're up to 5 corners now. And now they can spring out of defence. He's shifting through the gears here. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that has left him in a heap. And he has been fouled there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Vinicius Junior. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, he'll be annoyed at himself for not getting there. Burn gets it clear. Mbappe. Palmer. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Koundé really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rice. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Rice. Haaland. Haaland! And the first 45 minutes are up. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of...
Haaland! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva proves just a little bit too strong. And the finish! And yes, it's there! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Upamecano kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's good play. Rice.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Rice providing an outlet on that flank. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Palmer. The referee's awarded a free kick. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Can he finish? He's scored! Terrible error, duly punished. And he's done it again. He's got his second. So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Mohamed Salah. Upamecano getting this one clear. And it's De Bruyne. Musiala. And Koundé. Aimed beyond the defence. Yamal has it out wide and in space. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Robertson. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And back it goes.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
The less said about that pass, the better. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. That's a sharp pass.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Yamal. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. The ball is on the spot, here we go. And that's one back! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Vinicius Junior! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Vinicius Junior deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Vinicius Junior! He can get that clear.
This is a show of real intent to add another goal to their lead. No hesitation whatsoever.
Oh, well played, well played.
Vietnam certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Vinicius Junior. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Haaland. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Musiala. Vinicius Junior. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Vietnam can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
A good show, Peter. A good show of character, a good show of resilience. This is a team that was never going to be intimidated by the crowd and their opposition, and it was thoroughly